Hey you guys, it's Elise. Welcome to my channel if you're new, and if you're not new, then of course, welcome back to my channel. So guys, for today's video, I'm actually getting ready. My mans and I, we're going on a little date or whatever. So I figured what better time than to just turn on the camera and record myself getting ready than now. And that's what I'm going to be doing. I figured I would just make it a chatty get ready with me. I'm going to answer some questions, make it kind of like a Q&A. You know what it is. Because this video is not going to be an actual tutorial in the sense that I'm going to walk you guys through my makeup and all that. I'm not going to do the whole step by step. This is more of a casual, chatty, question and answer type of video. So you guys, let's go ahead and get started. Alright, so I have some iced tea in my hand. It's so funny you guys, because anytime I'm filming a video and I have some sort of drink in my hand, I know it's going to be a long video. So anyways, you guys, we're going on a date night like I told you guys. I'm really excited for it. It's gonna be really cute. We're going to be going for food, so y'all know a bitch is excited for food. I'm in a good mood because a bitch is going out to eat. I'm also really excited because we're going to be going on a little cruise, which will be really fun. It'll be really cute. If you guys don't know, I'm in Boston and I just love the city of Boston. If you've never been, you definitely have to come at some point. So many beautiful landmarks and has so much culture, and I just absolutely love Boston. So I'm hoping I can get some really cute footage for you guys. I will insert it at the end of the video if I do. So for my makeup today, I'm thinking I'm going to keep it pretty casual except with a pop of color. I'm not going to be doing any smoky eyes or anything too crazy. So I'm going to go ahead and get started because I feel like I'm already talking way too much and I'm not even answering any questions. So guys, pretty frequently, I like to say like almost on a weekly to bi-weekly basis, I open up my question box on Instagram and I have you guys just ask me a ton of questions, and there's just some questions that I can't get to, whether because of time constraints or maybe I just don't want to make my stories too ridiculously long, or maybe it's just a question that I've already answered and I don't want to answer it again. So I figured I would just answer it in this video. I didn't ask for questions for this video, but I have questions that I just haven't gotten a chance to answer, or maybe I've answered and I want to answer them again. Hell, I'm going to do that today because I can do what I want. So let me actually tell you what I'm doing actually. You know what? This video is going to be a mess. This video has like no structure to it. I actually went ahead and I did my brows off camera. I was grooming them anyways because I had to cut them and tweeze them a little bit because they were looking so freaking crazy. So in the process of doing that, I'm like, I might as well just fill them in, and I actually filled them in, you guys, with powder. Yes, like your girl used powder. I didn't use any dip brow. I didn't use a brow pencil. No pomade, nothing. Like, this is just Anastasia brow powder. I'm really impressed. I love how my brows look right now. I feel like they look natural, but they still look pretty snatched. I don't know if they look that way on camera because sometimes the camera is really trifling. Like, you have to put more product sometimes for the camera to actually make it look good. But in person, if you put way too much product, then it looks crazy, you know? But in person right now, it's looking really good. I'm really happy with the way that my brows turned out. And like I said, it's just powder, so I'm impressed. I'm very happy with this. I'm going to start off with the Anastasia Beverly Hills Soft Glam palette. This palette has been through the ringer with me. I love this palette so much. I use it way too much. I really need to get into another different palette and use and abuse it as much as I use this one. But honestly, I've said this so many times, I'm very much a if it ain't broke, don't fix it type of person. And that's a horrible mentality to have if you're a YouTuber, because I mean, you constantly have to be changing your makeup routine to stay on trend. But guys, I really like this. Okay, I'm still all the way here for this palette. I always look really forward to date nights. One of the questions that I've gotten in the past has been, how do you keep things alive after a really long relationship? So something about me, you guys, is I've been in my relationship for 10 years this year. And I've actually gotten asked, how do I keep my relationship fun, and how do, you know, we still put up with each other, basically. Especially nowadays where I feel like people just don't, and this is definitely not everybody, but so many people just really just aren't here for the longevity, and they're just kind of here for a good time in relationships, and they don't really want the long-term thing. If you want to throw another curveball at it, we have a 5-year-old, so we have a child together, and you can already imagine it just makes it so much more difficult to keep things fun and romantic and engaging in the relationship. But the way we do it actually is we actually do go on date nights. We don't do them like every week because we just can't. We don't have that kind of time. Our schedules are a little bit crazy. Me with YouTube, and he's a boxer, so he dedicates a lot of his time to that too. Plus we both work full time. So we can't go like on dedicated date nights. And I'm saying like full date nights, like just him and I, at least once a month, because that's when we can really feel like we can carve out time, we can schedule it in advance. And I know for some people it's like, oh, you have to schedule it. Yes, you have to schedule it because like I said, we have a child. We have to like coordinate with a babysitter. Like we have to do things like that. So it's definitely something that takes time. But my biggest advice, because I feel like I haven't even answered the question, but my biggest advice is definitely date nights and keeping things fun and spontaneous, and just really doing things that initially made you two fall in love with each other. And for us, it's definitely spending that one-on-one time together without anybody else in the mix. And as much as we love our daughter, that includes our daughter, like not having her in the mix, like when we do our date nights, because that gives us a chance to focus on each other. Because if you guys are parents, then you know that the minute that you go out with your child, you're no longer focusing on each other. You're now focusing on your child. Me personally, I'm always focusing on her, making sure that she's eating, making sure she's not playing with her food, and it just can't be as exclusive, and it can't be as, you know, romantic, if you want to put it that way. So yeah, that is definitely my biggest piece of advice. Make sure you're carving time out for each other. No matter how busy your schedule is, you are never too busy to spend some time with your partner or the person that you choose to spend your life with. And I'm sorry if you think you are too busy for that. There is somebody out there that isn't too busy for them, so keep that in mind. I'm thinking about doing a colorful eye because I'm gonna be wearing kind of like a periwinkle blue dress. I got this dress from Lulu's, I want to say like a year and a half ago, and haven't even worn it. It's a really pretty like maxi dress with a deep V. I'm gonna be wearing that, and I actually picked up this Colourpop Supershock shadow, and it's this beautiful kind of like periwinkle blue shade with kind of like a little bit of a silver twist to it. I mean, you guys can see like when I move it in different lights, it's a little bit more reflective. I'm thinking about using this, which is really weird for me because I don't like to do the whole matchy like matchy dress, matchy eyes. Like I'm not about that life, but for some reason I just feel like I want to do matchy today, and I'm gonna do matchy. My lips are so dry right now. Dear Jesus. Yeah guys, like I said earlier, I am a mom, and something else that I get asked a lot is how old am I and when I became a mom and all that stuff. So I think we'll talk about motherhood for a little bit, just because that's a huge, I mean, it's like one of the main parts of my life, to be completely honest, if not the main one. Yeah, let's talk about it for a little bit. So guys, I am 25. I know that kind of shocks some people because I get told really often that I look like I'm like 15 years old, and it's so funny because I'm petite, I'm tiny, I'm like 5 feet tall, so I mean that doesn't help my case at all. You see me in person, it's like, oh, hello down there. So I mean, it doesn't really help my case. But yes, I'm 25, my birthday is January 27, so I turned 25 this year. I was born in 94. So yeah, and that always shocks so many people because people at a glance think that by just looking at me I look young, but then there's other people that like know me and they see that I'm very mature for my age just because of my life circumstances, and then they don't ever assume that I'm that age because they'll be like, oh, that's not a 16-year-old. She doesn't act like one. So I mean, I guess it just depends how you know me. If you know me just by looking at me, I totally get why you would think I'm very young. But if you know me personally, then I don't, like, people don't think that know me personally. They actually think that I'm older than 25. I actually had my daughter at 20 years old. So she's 5 right now. She turned 5 this year, which I cannot believe that, by the way. My daughter is 5. Like, I have a 5-year-old. What is life? Oh my god, I need to do my makeup. I don't want to run out of time. I hate running late. Like, I don't like running late. I feel like I have anxiety when I'm running late. I feel like I can't do anything right. And I feel like that's when my makeup looks the shittiest, when I'm running late, because I didn't give myself enough time to, like, fully enjoy the process. But yeah, I had my daughter when I was 20, but I got pregnant at 19, you guys, and I have a whole story about this. I'm going to link the video here for you guys to check it out if you guys want to see my teen mom story. But oh my god, you guys, that was such a scary situation, a scary time in my life. But it's so funny because looking back at everything and how my life has played out, now it definitely all makes sense. Honestly, I've learned so much, and I love being a mom. I don't know what I would do with my life if I didn't have my daughter. Oh, I don't think this is really pigmented with a brush. Let me see. Yeah, it's not really showing that much. So I'm going to take my finger. I don't know if I told you guys, but this is the Colourpop Supershock Shadow in the shade REM. I always, yeah, you see the difference? I always love the way these apply. I haven't used a Supershock shadow in, I feel like, years. It's still the same thing. You just don't, these just don't work out if you use a brush. You have to use your finger to get the most pigment, because look at that. What I'm going to do after this is just blend it with some of the crease color that I used, because I don't want it to be like a super intense shade either. I don't want to build it to that. This has really pretty shimmers in it. I actually really love it. Alright guys, so I ended up speeding this up a little bit by doing the other eye and popping my lashes on because I am running a little bit short on time, and I felt like I was literally going nowhere because I was about 35 minutes into the video and I wasn't really getting anywhere with my makeup. So what I'm going to do now is move on to my face makeup. I'm going to take the e.l.f. Hydrating Coconut Mist. I feel like this gives me a really nice mist. It's really strong though, but it also gives me a really nice slip to when I apply my face makeup. I'm going to take the No Problem Prime Essence Primer. It's really weird because you literally shake this and you can hear the gloop, 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 gloop on the inside, which is a little bit weird for a primer, to be honest. But I haven't used this enough, so I haven't really formulated enough thoughts on it. I mean, look how runny that is. It's like literally water. So guys, I want to talk about surgery because that is a topic that for some reason people at least on my Instagram seem to want to know my opinion on it. I very frequently when I open up my ask box get asked how I feel about surgery, if I want surgery. I guess maybe it's because I'm a mom, and I kind of get it, to be honest, because with moms, you know, your body undergoes a huge change, and I mean, honestly, being completely transparent, after you give birth to your child, your body's never the same. So yeah, let's talk about it a little bit. So surgery. I don't have an issue with surgery. I actually, with full transparency, would like a breast lift at some point in my life. Definitely not considering anything like that anytime soon. More because I do want more children, and I kind of want to get that procedure done after I'm kind of done having kids. It's not even a thought right now. Like, I know I want another child at least. So it's not a thought in my mind right now, and I'm happy with the way my boobs look, but I know that after I have another child, I could already imagine they're just going to get worse, and I would like a breast lift. Now, I say breast lift very openly because that's all I want. I don't want to make my boobs bigger. I don't want to make them smaller. I actually love the size of my breasts right now, and I love my boobs, to be honest. I already mentioned I'm very petite, so I really don't feel like my body could handle big boobs. I just feel like honestly I would look crazy because with my frame, I just feel like it wasn't given to me, so I'm not going to sit here and force it. Personally, my opinion, if you don't have big boobs naturally and you want to alter yourself to have big boobs, girl, that is you. I mean, live your best life. I am not judging you for that, but me personally, I don't want big boobs. I don't want them. I like the size that my boobs are. All I want is for them to just sit pretty, for me to not have to wear a bra. I would really appreciate that. But I have no problem. I have nothing against it. I think honestly people should do whatever they please with their own money, and honestly, it's really frustrating how nowadays everybody seems to have an opinion on people's life decisions. Where's my concealer? Everybody seems to want to have an opinion on what people do with their money and what people do with their lives and their bodies. And that's really annoying to me because unless you are being asked, no one is asking you, Felicia. So I actually have so many good friends that, you know, have gotten or are in the process of getting work on themselves. And honestly, I'm so happy for them because they're making decisions in their lives consciously and it's for them, which is another huge thing. Make sure that if you are altering yourself, it's for you at the end of the day and not for anybody else. I'm going to use a little bit of glistening from the ABH palette. Guys, I love using this as a highlight. I mean, do you see how glowy that is? I mean, alright, so for the last step here, all that I'm going to do is I'm going to line my lips with the NYX Retractable Lip Liner in the shade, what shade is this? Nutmeg. I'll go over this with my Revlon lip gloss in the shade Supernatural. This is one of my OG faves. Oh, you guys, I want to talk about this really quick because I've been loving this for summer. Take the Soul Body Shimmering Dry Oil. Now this is like, I think it's Colourpop's sister brand. I'm going to take a little bit of this. It gives me such a nice little shimmer. And I'm just going to blend that out. It smells really nice too. So last but not least, I'm going to set my face with the Morphe Continuous Setting Mist. Alright guys, so that's going to complete this video. I really hope that you guys enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed this Q&A. I enjoyed doing it. It was so much fun. And you guys, that is going to wrap this up. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it. And of course, don't forget to subscribe before you leave. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.